Good morning. We are live. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Getting ready for the day, going for the morning walk, and share some more thoughts with you guys. So, Miami started to get ready to get going with their activity calendars. So, as Miami has become, and the city keeps growing and evolving, right? We become a center of a lot of the events, right? I think Miami, we have, first of all, interesting to know, Miami is the only city that has all the sports. We play every sport from Formula One, tennis, to golf, to football, to soccer, to hockey, basketball, you name it, we play it in Miami. That's number one. So that puts us in a situation in which Miami now has not only the normal tourism that comes in and the normal seasons that we have, right? Before school, the snowbirds comes in right now at this time of the year. A lot of American people come in the summer. So we always had this, fluctuation of tourism coming into Miami because Miami's always been a city that attracted people for their beaches. We're the cruise capital of the world. All the cruises come out. So we have a high influx. And on top of that, Miami's been building out this a series of events that have high, major impact in, in the city and then economics of the city, right? Uh, so one of the things that's happening and the need is a lot of these products that are coming in. For example, we're talking about a little bit about Airbnb, or let's just share no rental restriction because the Airbnb nowadays there's like 70 platforms that are completely different. Airbnb just became like a genetic name. But the reality is that Miami, we don't have enough hotel capacity for a lot of those events, right? So that overflows, and then people also looking for different choices to stay. And the Airbnb movement has been coming and moving forward. And now we're creating new towers, new buildings that accommodate the needs for the Airbnb. So we're building smarter. We're building, the hotels with different entrances for the people to get hosted as they come in, better amenities. Because in the reality, if you are in Airbnb, you're kind of competing with the hotel. But having said that, the reason I talk about this is we're starting off. I think our Basels. Okay, I think this weekend we have the Fort Lauderdale boat show already. December we have our Basel coming in. Our Basel is it's a big event for Miami. It's the biggest art show in the world, right? We get an influence of a lot of wealthy people that come into Miami, high individuals, high net worth individuals for buying the art. So the city gets completely packed, and that's a huge opportunity. Hotels occupancy gets up to 96%, and then also the rates for the Airbnb go go up, right? So that's another one. And then we've been talking, and I've been uh, attending different conversations with the city and stuff because next year Miami's going to go crazy. Miami, we are expecting Miami to have such a big boom when it comes to tourism and when it comes to visitors to the city of Miami. Why is that? All right, first we have your original calendar, like we have Formula One in May. Uh, First of all, I guess in February we had the boat show, the Miami International Boat Show. It's a big event, not one of the biggest. Then by far we have Formula One, which Formula One right now is the biggest event that we have in Miami, income wise, right? The effect that it has on the economy and the hotels, the parties that go around it, all the vibe that goes in. I know it's for one weekend, but remember the car drivers, not the car drivers, the team starts coming in 2 weeks before that. It just becomes uh, a real puts a lot of pressure in all in our traffic, a lot of pressure in our hospitality sector. So the good thing is that we're taking steps to address those issues and then monetize that, right? And especially if you're an investor and you're investing in this Airbnb products that are coming out, right? It puts you in a position to take advantage of next year. And on top of that, the biggest thing that we're going to have next year is that in June we are going to have the World Cup, FIFA, the World Cup, which is every 4 years. It's the biggest soccer event, is worldwide. Miami is going to be hosting, uh, and it's going to be hosting a couple of games. Some of the normal games. They're going to have some of the quarterfinal games here, and I know the finals are going to be in New York. But nevertheless, Miami's going to be the central hub. I know the Argentina national team, they bought a piece of land out of North Miami Beach, where they, excuse me, North Bay Village, where they're going to have their headquarters for practice. Remember that teams have to start coming in earlier, practicing the coaching. I mean, the logistics that goes behind all of this is just an amazing, right? And by that creates a big opportunity for for the investors and for real estate who are investing in in Airbnb. That's why, listen, I've been pushing, not been pushing, I wouldn't say pushing, but I've been focusing, right? If you are an investor on and especially if you're an investor on this project called Nomad Residence. Nomad, and talk to you a little bit of Nomad. Okay, so if right, so I wrote a book called Miami's Blueprint to Pre-Construction. We talk about how the book helps you understand what's happening in Miami and why all this pre-construction and what's going on. So I really have, you know, if you can, it's on Amazon. Read the book. It's going to give you a clear understanding. But what I'm going to get at is at the point to negotiate, you negotiate at the beginning of a project or at the end of a project. So Nomad, which is Nomad Residence, which is in Wynwood. So the first thing, whenever you do an investment, you want to check location, right? So this is super well located. Wynwood's pretty much like in the center. You're pretty much 15 minutes from the beach, 15 minutes from the Hard Rock Stadium, right? And Nomad is on Second Avenue, which is, if you look at it, with the Wynwood Walls is there, so there's a lot of traffic. So it becomes very, very attractive. So you have location. That's number one. Number two, people are looking for brands. A lot of the investors are turning to look for brands. Why? Because the brands give us some kind of, well, they give us an expectation. We know what to expect, when you're buying some type of brand. They have their following, they have their uh, people that know the brand and they want to repeat their experiences. So Nomad is a hotel brand. They're coming into Miami with a residence, right? So you have location, now you have a brand. You also have top of the line amenities. We're gonna have Nomad's gonna have top of the line amenities, the top floor of the pool, the bar, etc. So Nomad number one in the bar area, they're ranking the top 20 bars in the world with their mix, their drinks. So they're gonna have their famous Nomad there. They're also gonna have their Michelin star restaurant by Nomad in the building, and on the first floor, right on the first, on the floor ground, um, Casatua, they're gonna put their, I guess their second style. There's one in the beach. There's a Brickle, which is the Brickle. They're doing something just like Brickle, but in Wynwood, right? So now you have a building that has location, you have brand, you have top of the line amenities, top of the line foods, and very well located. And guess what? It's being delivered in January. That puts you in a position to take advantage of the full calendar of events for next year, making it a very profitable year and make this investment to be it's going to be very, very profitable in the sense that Airbnb has the flexibility. We adjust rates. The prices go up and down depending on the availability. So that's basically my talk to this morning was, let's, if you're really thinking about investing in Miami, this is the time to do it. Prices are not going down; things have keep going up. Pre-construction keeps coming up, and the new construction that's hitting the market is always going to be more expensive. Land is getting more expensive, so the opportunity for you to invest, and if you're thinking of investing in Miami, the time to do it is now. Having said that, I want to say thanks to everybody for listening. Thank you for the support that I'm getting in the YouTube channel. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. I think I think we already hit 13,000 people. Uh, and there's a lot of videos about the Airbnb. There's a lot of videos, education that I've been putting up. So that should be a lot of help. Having said that, let's make this a great day, great Tuesday, positive vibes, and let's keep moving forward. Have a great day.